I'm Jeanne Collins, and I wanted to share a little bit more insight about my core conversation that I am proposing about put yourself back on the list. Think about this. When you get on an airplane, everybody knows the safety information. They're going to start with the spiel, and they're going to tell you, in case of an emergency, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling, and you are supposed to put your oxygen mask on first before assisting others. We all accept this as common knowledge. You need to be able to breathe before you can help other people. But why is it that in our lives, we don't allow ourselves to breathe first? I hear all the time from executives, leaders, founders, creatives that they are always last on the list. They take care of everyone else before they take care of themselves. But why is it not as important that we help ourselves to breathe by living our best selves personally, physically, mentally, mind, body, and spirit? Why is that not the most important thing before we then give to others? So my talk is all about how are we going to change that? And I believe it starts with two different things. It starts with having a reframe on your identity, and it starts with your environment. So that's what we're going to discuss. We're going to start with your identity. I'm going to walk the audience members through the 4 steps of my Self-First Reset program, which is really about rethinking about your identity. First, it's an interactive exercise. There are 4 questions that I give to the audience. I say a question, they write the answers to themselves about their identity, and the point is to get them to think about themselves outside of their job titles. I'll ask the question, they will do the writing. Then if people in the audience, a couple people want to share that experience, we will do that. And if nobody wants to share, that's fine. I will share my experience with these questions. By the time we get done with the 4 questions, everyone will have a different viewpoint on their identity, and they will look at it in a way that they have never looked at it before. Then we're going to cover non-negotiables and boundaries. This is part of my program. We're going to talk about the importance of defining non-negotiables that will support that identity and how do you set boundaries to protect that new identity as well. And then the most important part of all of it is we're going to talk about their environment. And that is, what environment are you going to be living in that will allow you to stick to these boundaries, that will allow you to say no, that will allow you to put yourself back on the list. The key is guilt-free. We're going to talk about your environment. We all know environment of spaces. We all know how art makes us feel. We know how rooms make us feel. We all know what a Zen room looks, smells, and feels like. But do people really know the environment that they need to set up in their life to support the boundaries that they've just created? This conversation will allow people to interact, to share, and also leave with actionable things that they can do and they can take home and they can apply it to any part of their life. Identity, non-negotiables, boundaries, environment, you can apply it to absolutely anything. Thank you for your consideration on this core conversation for the lifestyle track. I'm Jeanne Collins, and I look forward to helping your audience.